18 islands in the middle of the North Atlantic, halfway between Norway and Iceland. Almost nobody goes. The Faroe Islands are what Iceland looked like before the crowds found it. Green cliffs dropping straight into the sea, waterfalls that get blown upward in the wind, and villages with grass growing on the roofs. Forget the tour buses. These are the 7 places that don't look real. First, Mulafossur, a thin waterfall pouring off a green cliff straight into the open ocean, with the tiny village of Kallur sitting right behind it. For years, the only way in was a mountain hike or a helicopter. Now there's a tunnel, so you can drive. Park at Kallur, walk 5 minutes to the viewpoint, and go on an overcast day. The mist makes it look like the edge of the world. It's the most photographed spot in the country for a reason. 20 minutes away is Sørvágsvatn, the lake that appears to hang hundreds of feet above the sea. It's an optical illusion, the angle of the cliff playing a trick on your eyes, but standing on the TRAVELER'S ledge, it looks completely impossible. The hike is about an hour and a half each way, mostly flat, along the water. There's a small parking fee at the trailhead. Go on a clear day, or the illusion disappears into fog. Next, Saksun. A handful of turf-roofed houses sitting in a green bowl of mountains with a tidal lagoon that empties and fills with the sea. The drive-in follows a single-track road along a river, and it might be the most peaceful place I have ever stood. There's a small church, a working sheep farm, and almost no one. Respect the farm gates here, the land is private, and locals have asked tourists to stay on the paths. Then Tjørnuvík, a black sand beach tucked in a green bay at the very north of Streymoy, where surfers actually paddle out into the freezing Atlantic. Look out to sea and you'll spot 2 rock pillars, Risin og Kellingin, the giant and the witch. Local legend says they were turned to stone trying to drag the islands back to Iceland. It's terrifying and beautiful. Now, halfway through, here's the thing nobody tells you about the Faroes. The weather changes every 15 minutes. Sun, fog, horizontal rain, sun again, all in one afternoon. People treat that as a problem. It's the opposite. The light here is never the same twice, and the moodiest, grayest days produce the most dramatic footage you will ever shoot. Don't wait for blue sky, just go. Number 5. Kallur Lighthouse, out on the island of Kalsoy. You take a small car ferry from Klaksvík, drive through a series of 1-lane tunnels, and hike about 45 minutes to a tiny white lighthouse sitting on a knife edge of grass with the ocean on both sides. This is the one that ended up in a James Bond film. The ferry is small and fills up fast, so book ahead and arrive early. Then, Drangarnir, a sea arch rising out of the water between 2 islands with the jagged peak of Tindhólmur right behind it. You could not make this up. There's no road, so you reach it on a guided hike or by boat tour from Sørvágsvatn. Book the boat. It's the easiest way to get the angle that looks unreal, and the sea around it is full of puffins in summer. And finally, Torshavn, one of the smallest capital cities in the world, and the only one where the government buildings still have grass roofs. Wander the Tinganes Peninsula, where dark red wooden houses with turf on top crowd around the old harbor. This is your base. The ferries and tunnels all connect back here, and it's where you'll find the restaurants, the harbor, and the only real nightlife on the islands. Getting around is easy. You fly into Vágar, rent a car, and almost everything connects through tunnels, some of them undersea, one of them with a roundabout built into the seabed. Pack for 4 seasons in one day, every day. And remember the rule that makes or breaks a Faroes trip. Bad weather isn't a delay, it's the whole point. Full guides for every single one are on the channel. Which one are you adding to your list?